So if you're not interested in making dresses that fits well on the shoulder, this video is not for you. But if you want to make a dress that fits well on the shoulder and the shoulder will not be falling out, you understand? You want to know all the secret about shoulder slope, then this video is for you. Make sure you watch it to the end. First of all, as you guys can see, I'm recording. So let me go to my book first of all. So if you don't have this my book, you are really losing. The Perfect Dress Cutting Guide. So let me open it up. So let me go to a place where I can see a human image. Okay, so let's say this is actually a human image. Now let me zoom it and show us something. Now now that I have zoomed it, you notice that the shoulder started curving down, like the shoulder is always slant. Do you understand? That's why we say it's sloping. Now look at it. It is actually sloping from here down to here. Do you understand it? Yes, it's sloping from here down to around here. Are you seeing it? Now if you look at the place which it is sloping from, it is beside the neck. Are you seeing it? Very close to the neck. It is not from the center. Now let me show you something. It is not sloping from the center here. Are you seeing it? It is not sloping from here. No, rather it is sloping from here. Do you understand? Very close to the neck. Okay, so that being said, now you know where the sloping starts. Are you seeing it? Okay, now another thing I need to tell us is, now let me close this. Let me close it and show us something else. Okay, now let me zoom it back. Now let me go to where I can get drafting, where I can, let me check whether I can get where I can get drafting. Okay, now look at this. There's something I want you to see. Now look at this. In this book, you see how we are drafting this. Are you seeing it? Now in order for us to slant, now look at what we did here. Now let me zoom it. Look at what we did here. Are you seeing it? This is where the shoulder stopped. Now let me show you. This is the shoulder point. Are you seeing it? We measured it 7.5. That means the person's shoulder is 15. So what I did here is, now look, let me go down. What I did here is, now look at it. From that particular point, I have to step down with 1. Yes, why did I step down with 1? Because this is really usually what we use. We usually step down with 1 in order to get the slope. Are you seeing it? Okay. In order for you to slope, look at it. Most of us will slope like this from their dress. Please, it's not every dress you are making are supposed to slope like that. The original way of sloping, I will tell you guys. Now look at what I'm saying. See what I want to explain. Some of us will connect it now. Now after sloping down with 1 inch, some of us will connect from this A. Are you seeing it? Down to N. That is the sloping. That is at the end of the day, they will not create their neck like this. Do you understand? Okay. Look at it. At the end of the day, they will not create their neck like this. Okay. But this is not the official way to connect your slanting shoulder. Remember what I showed you guys initially? I showed you this, the slopiness of the shoulder is coming from the neck, not from the middle part. This one we have just done now is showing that you are starting from the middle part of the neck. Okay, so what is the best way to do it? Okay, let me drop this and go forward. Now look at it. Are you seeing it? Now let me zoom it. You'll notice something. Now you notice that we have marked, look at it, we notice that we have marked 3 inches. Are you seeing it? Now this 3 inches is not the neck width. I know most of us think it's the neck width. No, it is for the sloping. We have decided to be using 3 inches every time to slope the neck. Now look at it. 3 inches, use it and slope the neck. Look at it from here now. Look at it from here now. You now connect it to this particular one. Are you seeing it? From the 3 inches, you now connect it. Okay, so that is it. So let me raise it up so as to show you guys where it was done. Are you seeing it? Okay, now look at it. It has been done here. Are you seeing it? We have connected it. Okay, now after you are done connect, please, it doesn't matter the type of neck you are making, whether canoe neck, whether wide neck, whether a small neck. Do you understand? It doesn't really matter the type of neck which you are making. Now let me show you something. After we have done drafting it, now look at it. Now it's now time to impute your neck measurements. Okay, let me show us something. When it's time to impute your neck measurement, okay, now look at it. Look at it. Now we want to input our neck measurement. If you notice that from this A to T is the original neck measurement. Are you seeing it? Not where this one started, not where the sloping started. Now see where the sloping started. It is not it. So that 3 inches was only used to slope. Then I can tell you can use that 3 inches to slope. Okay, and your dress will not be moving out from the body of the customer or from your body. Okay, now look at it. From A to T is actually how many? 4 inches. That is what we want to use for the width of the neck. Now, for those that will ask, what width of the neck should I use? Please, this is actually dependent on your design, your style you want to make. When you check it, you can be able to decipher the width of the neck you want to make, or even the depth. Do you understand? Now, look at it now. Going forward, you will see that we have marked it, the width, and we have marked the depth. Now, you see it, the width is 4 inches and the depth is actually 4 inches. So for those that don't understand what I'm saying, now look at it. Are you seeing it? From T to V is actually the neck depth. Are you seeing it? Okay. So now, as you can see, we are done drafting the neck block. So now let me go up again. If you look at this, you see that we are done drafting the neck. Are you seeing it? So when you are cutting this thing off, please, I want to let you know something. When you are cutting it off, you notice there is extra. Now look at the next side. Let me zoom it. Let me zoom it and show us something. You notice that around here, there is extra from that T. Are you seeing it? Now, let me show us something. Now look at it. When you want to cut the neck of this, you cut it following this particular method. Now look at it. You cut it only from here down to here. Are you seeing it? Yes. This other side, upper side, is not part of your dress. You have to cut it off. Then in that case, there's no way when a customer wears the dress and is going to be moving out. Do you understand? He usually does that when we see. Let me give you the final example on the mistakes that we usually make. Now look at the mistakes that we usually make. Look at it. The mistakes that we usually make comes this way. Now let's say in a situation whereby you did not use 3 as your standard sloping whatever. Now let me zoom this and show us something. Most of us usually start sloping from wherever their neck width stops. Now look at it. In a situation whereby you start sloping from point T, look at it, down to here. Have you seen what happened? You will notice that the slant is so slanted, it's so up. So there is no way when you finish making this dress, around here, this part of your dress won't be relaxed. Do you understand? That's when you see most people, they'll go and shape it since it's moving out. You don't need to shape it. Just use 3 inches width as your standard sloping figure. Do you understand? Use 3 inches. Look at it. Just use the 3 inches. Look at where the 3 inches is on this particular point. So that is it for today. I don't know if there's any other question. So for those that will want to ask me, must we use 1 inch? That is from here. That is from here to here. Are you saying must we use 1 inch for the sloping? The truth is that it's not. You must not use 1 inch. But for the sake of my courses, for the sake of my tutorial, I've decided to be using 1 inch, and I promise it's not going to do you any harm. So thanks, and may God bless you.